So today I'm going to share with you my best tips on how to blend Posca markers and how to make an awesome realism artwork like the one in the thumbnail. So before doing anything else, get your sketch ready because this is a really important step on how to create any realism artwork. Especially if you want to blend your Posca markers, you're going to need to work fast. And because of this, it's easier to make more mistakes, which is why you need a clear sketch to begin with. For this art piece, I decided to draw a tiger because I love doing those, and let's be honest, tigers are awesome. And I'm gonna use my Posca fine markers with the bullet tip. So if you're completely new to Posca markers and you're kind of wondering what you need to do with them, make sure you shake them thoroughly for 1 to 2 minutes and then pump them a few times so the paint flows out of the nib. So for any realism piece, it's a great help to have your reference image nearby, since the key for realism is coloring the exact colors of the picture. Lately, I've heard a lot of people complaining about the limited color range that the Posca markers offer, but with this technique, you'll be able to create any color you want using only the base colors. A lot of people think that you need to own all the Posca colors to be able to make something that looks a little bit decent, but this is not true. For this artwork, I only used about 14 colors, and most of these are really bright and neon colors. As for the blending, you'll need to work really fast. With my blending, I usually follow 3 simple steps. I put down the base color first, and while that's still wet, I put down the secondary color over that, and then go back over that again with the base color to blend it out. I usually repeat these steps until I feel like the blend looks decent. Honestly, the key to any good Posca blending is to hold yourself to the 70% rule. A blend can never be 100% perfect. You are not meant to make anything perfect. So if you shoot for 70% perfection, you'll always be right. In the first video I uploaded about blending Posca markers, I mentioned cleaning the tip of the markers before going into the next blend, and people were really confused about this. For this step, it's really handy to have a piece of paper next to your artwork to scribble your markers on, until they're back to their original color after a blend. You do not need to pump more paint into the tip of the marker while or before cleaning it. Since it's only the tip that's dirty, you can easily clean this off by just scribbling on a piece of paper. I like to use really thick and smooth paper to clean my markers on. I feel like this is the best choice since printer paper will probably rip, and that will leave paper fibers on the tip of your marker, ruining your nib. After I was happy with the realistic tiger, I started sketching the doodles in the background. So after coloring part of these doodles, I realized I didn't really like it and I decided to spray paint over the background. So if you decide to do this, please make sure to use gloves and tape to protect your already painted parts. After spray painting the background and leaving it to dry in the sun for about an hour, I peeled off the tape, outlined the tiger in black, and it's done! If you did find this video and the tips in it helpful, and you do want to support me, please click this like button and consider subscribing because it's completely free and it helps my channel a lot. Thank you!